Alright, welcome guys. We're here at the trailhead, going into the same place where I killed that buck last week with my bow. My son's got the tag. We're going in looking for the 5x5. Chad Madsen down at Yellowstone Horse Rental set us up with some big old horses. I'm walking on this trip, and Devan's going to ride. So we got this one loaded up, and the other one's saddled up, and we're ready to go. So I'll give you an update on the ride, and hopefully we can show you some bucks tonight. Hopefully show you that 5x5 right where we're going to find him tomorrow morning, huh? Alright, that's it. We're going to get going. Alright, we're making our way. We're probably 2/3 of the way there. Just climbing a steep hill now. It's going pretty good. These horses are... Well, that one Devan's riding, he's sweating. He must have a little extra water in him. A little water weight he's got to burn off. Anyway, making our way. Alright, we have arrived and set up camp. Devan's already asleep. Anyway, there's not a lot of grass here for the horses. We're on the ridge. Not a lot of grass, but, you know, a little bit. I think they'll be okay. We'll just have to walk them out and feed them during the day. So that's it. We may have to take them over there 100 yards and tie them up to them trees. So there's another camp right where I wanted to camp. So anyway, but we'll make do. The horses will make do. We're here. We're going to go out here in just a minute after I have me a cup of coffee and look for the big 5x5. Alright, it's the night before the opener, evening. I'm going out to take a look, see if I can see some bucks. It's funny, my son, he just, you know, he just doesn't, he doesn't have the bug quite like I do, you know, he's still young, hasn't had a taste of it yet, a real good taste. So he just wants to hang out at camp and build a fire. It's kind of funny. So he's building a fire. I'm going to go to see if we can find us a buck to chase. It's kind of funny, kids. I wonder if he'll ever get the bug like Dad. It's hard to say. Alright, it's morning, opening morning at Devan's deer hunt. We're going to go, that 4-point that I filmed last night, we're going to go looking for them. There was probably 5 or 6 4-points. So we're going to go over there and see if either something's bigger there or one of them's there or something to shoot at. Would be kind of fun. Hopefully we show you a buck. First thing opening morning, we found these bucks. There's a bunch of them in this basin. Devan took a crack 160 yards, dropped it right in his tracks. You excited you got you a buck?
Yeah.
A little before.
You know, the bullet you didn't shoot the first time, but...
Yeah, we didn't put a bullet in the barrel, huh?
I forgot to put a bullet in the barrel, so I shot and it never went off and it scared me. So that other shot kind of spooked me, but, you know, I got him.
That's right, he's down, he's done. He ain't even kicking no more.
He didn't even roll down the hill.
Dropped right there in the... Beautiful. We're camped. Alright guys, we're headed back. We weren't we're only about 500 yards from the camp, so we're going to go back, grab the horses, go down there and get that deer taken care of. We're pretty excited. This is Devan's second buck, and it's a 4x4. His first one was a 3x3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one was last year, so like I told him, you know, you know, when we weren't sure on the gun. He's shooting a 243 100-grain bullets. I wasn't sure how well it would, you know, take down the deer, but it cut the legs right out from under this buck, man. He just dropped in his tracks, so that was cool.
Just by shooting.
And then, down says just a shooting. So we're pretty excited. You know, we have a funeral we got to go to in a couple days anyway, so it worked out real well. So like I told Devan last night too, you know, you gotta, you know, it's funner if you work your way up to better bucks rather than kill a big one early on in your hunting life, because you always want to, you know, you always want to top yourself. That's what happened to me when I was, you know, young, is I killed a big one and, you know, got the bug, and then went a lot of years without killing anything just because you're always trying to kill these special bucks. So anyway, he got that buck, and next year we'll look for a little bigger 4-point for him. Devan up to go walk up this buck. Is he alright?
Huh?
Is he a good one? Huh?
I can only see one side of it.
The other side's tucked up under him, probably.
Yeah.
Be careful so he don't break away rolling again. Because that's all that's holding him. You better... There he is. Curled up in a ball. Shot him up there. He rolled down here. Wish he would have stayed in that bed. that he dropped in, huh?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we are. Got down to Devan's buck, and it's a nice 4-point with eye guards. It's a pretty nice one. Pretty excited. I think it was the best one in the group of bucks. So we're pretty happy. You pretty happy?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to get one on the opening day like this, especially when we needed to get going. But
opening morning,
yeah, it was
first
awesome.
shot, dropped, then
Yeah.
rolled down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came
Yeah.
from about 100 yards and rolled, and then landed right here.
Yeah. We thought about holding out and looking for the 5-point or the wide buck, but you know, we were a little bit limited on time, and like I told him, you know, you kind of got to work your way up. You know, you start holding out for stuff, you better plan on going home empty-handed.
A lot more.
Yeah, and so it was better, I think he needs to get a few bucks under his belt before he start holding out for stuff that you may never even find during the hunt. So anyway, this is a pretty nice buck. It's his biggest one, so can't complain about that at all. Pretty awesome. Oh, he's gonna measure him.
You measure.
Go ahead, measure his width.
Oh no, huh?
Huh?
Oh no, huh?
Very widest points. So
Right
right
here?
out to that little cheater, and then the widest on the other side.
Like that?
Well, down here it's gonna probably be the widest.
Oh.
And then out to there, so a little
19.
over 19. So you know, he's nice, 4 points, got brow tines. He'll look good hanging up on your wall.
Yeah.
So he's a nice buck. Yeah. We were pretty excited. This buck just dropped right in his track, so it was fun.
Well, my buck went from there all the way down to here. Got the buck on Dad. He's starting to kind of fall, but yeah, we got the buck all skinned up and I think we're ready to go. Just gotta walk back over to there.
A load of meat.
You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, you get all the meat.
Alright, let's go. We got our knives, we got our binoculars, tripod.
That's a pretty nice little 4x4.
In here, so we're good to walk.
Yeah, start walking. I'll follow you. Here comes Dad, carrying all my meat and my deer. See how good I get it?
Jeez, well,
Just walk up that, and that's pretty steep. Here is the one that I ride. He's cute, huh? Look how big he is. Pretty big. And this one's Dad's horse. This one's a little bit bigger. But they're pretty good little horses for backpacking in. Well, we're up the really steep hill now, and we're just walking and on our horses. Dad's walking his horse, I'm riding mine. His horse is carrying everything, mine's carrying me. That's it. So yeah, they're pretty good little horses. We keep going and going. Got some really big ones, huh, Dad? There's one over there that was huge.
These horses from Yellowstone Horse Rentals in Afton, they work out really good. These ones we got that I got this time are big. The one I had on my bow hunting trip wasn't as big, but he was just as good as these ones. You know, I mean they're good horses. These two are incredible. They're so they have such good temperament. You know, I mean putting bridles on them, no problem. We've only had them tied long, for maybe an hour total. Haven't had any problems. You know, they worked out really well. So I'm pretty pleased. You know, I want to thank Chad for setting me up with some good horses, because if we didn't have these horses, we would have had to backpack in here, would have kicked our butt getting in here, and then we'd have to make 2 trips. We'd have to pack that deer and some of our gear out, come back and get the rest of our gear, because we just couldn't take it all in one load. So these horses make a world of difference. So they're definitely worth having. When you're hunting big deer, you know, in this high country, you know, coming in and being comfortable with a bigger tent. I really like having the bigger tent, a little better food, plenty of water, all of that stuff makes a world of difference when you're planning on spending 4 or 5 days in this country. So having them horses helps a lot. I mean, I like to backpack a lot, but typically just scouting. So, because when you get one, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, that deer that I shot last week with my bow, he was a heavy load. Alrighty, making our way down off the hill here. On the way out, I ran into a guy that I know from Monster Muleys. Anyways, he was up here looking for that 5x5 also. So anyway, he didn't see it today. He had seen that buck I shot with my bow, so it's probably a darn good thing that I killed that buck with my bow, because odds are I wouldn't have got him with my gun. You know, I mean, they were up on that knob right where my son and I had planned on going, and they didn't see the 5x5, but they would have been there either way. So there would have been a little bit tough to get that buck with a gun. So I'm glad I got him with my bow. Devan's really happy with his buck, and I'm really happy that he got the buck he got. You know, we could have kept hunting for that 5x5 or that wide buck, but we just didn't have a lot of time, and you know, he wanted to get a buck. You know, and can't. You know, it's only a second buck. I can't be, you know, letting him just keep holding out. You know, he's got to get a few under his belt so that he gets the bug and wants to hold out. You know, maybe he never will, and that's fine. For me, it's hard to leave knowing that 5x5 is still up there, but that's just the way it goes. You know, so I mean, I got me a big buck. Devan got him a real good buck. So So we should be really happy, and we are. Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it. We're back to the truck. Devan's got him a dandy 4x4, actually a 5x5 with the brow tines. I always count brow tines because not all bucks have them. So I think you need to count those. So we'll call it a 5x5. I think it was 19 inches wide and about a 160 buck. So pretty darn good deer for a second buck. We're pretty stoked. We had a good time. Devan got to spend some time on a horse. His butt's sore. And yeah, we had a good time, you know. It ain't often I have one-day hunts. But it's opening day, midday, we're back to the truck ready to go home. Hunt's over for the whole year. And there's still a month left, so it's kind of weird for me, but what the heck, I'll go to Colorado, see if I can find something. Devan's going to muzzle load and rifle hunt in Utah, see if we can find him a 24-inch 4-point. So we're pretty excited. The horses worked out great, and we had a good time. It was fun. I love this high country of Wyoming. So anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the podcast, Webcast, and that's it. Have a good one.